Hello and welcome to Eating with Dagmar. So I was just making the hydration sports formula according to Agenus von der Planets, and I'm going, I should be filming this. So I'm going to share it with you. I've already started it. I will write the formula under the video so you'll know exactly what to put in there. A rare moment that I'm actually giving you a formula. So what I'm doing it, usually the last one that I did was with watermelon, and this one I'm only using tomatoes. So this is a hydration, nourishing sports formula, and it's something that you can sip all morning or all evening. It's nourishing, very easy to digest, light, clean, hydrating, and shockingly delicious. So I'm doing it with tomatoes. So basically I have, because I believe in low lectins, so that's my thing. But if you don't, you just put 2 cups of tomatoes, really good quality, organic. These tomatoes are dry farmed tomatoes, which means that they have a more intense flavor where they're only watered by rain. They're not watered with fluorinated water and crap like that. So, and they happen to have them for the last couple of weeks at Whole Foods. So, the evil Whole Foods. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, they have something good. So I am just about to, what I do with the tomatoes is, because I like to keep them low lectin, is, and it really makes a difference how I feel. Oh, the tomato goes with my necklace today. Okay. So what I do is, because all the lectins, which are basically proteins that defend the plant against predators, so they are poisonous proteins that every plant has to some degree, and we have different responses to different lectins. Some of them we're more used to, and some plants are higher in lectins, like all nightshades are extremely high in lectins. That's why so many people are allergic to nightshades, and a tomato is a nightshade. But at least a tomato you can relatively, with a little bit of issues, you can peel. Really hard to peel a pepper. It's really hard to peel a pepper without heating it, so that destroys the purpose. Like, for example, now I peeled it off and there's so much meat on it. I'm not going to let this go to waste, because there's people starving in different parts of the world, and oh my God, this is so delicious. I guess fruit, which a tomato is a fruit, is nature's candy. Nature makes it sweet for a reason. Spitting out the skin, but I ate the meat off of it. Nature makes us eat fruit, and that's one way that the fruits use humans, to the same way that flowers use bees and butterflies. The bees and butterflies rub themselves all over, and they get the pollen all over themselves, and they pollinate and they propagate. They help to propagate the flowers. Whereas we humans, we help to propagate the fruit, or not just humans, really mammals or other creatures. They want us to eat as much of this as possible so that we can shit out as many of the seeds. But I'm tricking them. I'm not eating the seeds. I'm removing the seeds and the peel, which is where all the lectins are. So that's why some people, when they eat nightshades, they get achy joints. Basically, it's simply that you're eating toxins and your body's trying to get rid of them, and sometimes they will store them in various aspects. Like the joints is a great place to keep toxins until your body is strong enough to. So what I'm doing right here is I'm removing the seeds. It's It's a really wonderful thing to get your hands engaged in small movements, which, as I've said many times, raises your oxytocin levels, which is the feel-good bonding hormone. So I am removing the lectins, and this is the last tomato that I have. And so basically this is 2 cups of tomatoes, and I put them into this, what is this called? It's not a sieve, there's a strainer. I can never think of that word in English. In Czech, it's tsedidlo. So I always want to say tsedidlo, but I have to remember strainer. This is a strainer. So I put the juice with the seeds in it, and then I'm just basically diddling around with my fingers, still getting all the juice out. And then what I do with the seeds, not all of them, but if I hit upon an especially delicious tomato or a group of tomatoes, I will keep the seeds and dry them and save them to plant in a future date. I would really love to get a greenhouse so that I could grow tomatoes even in the winter. Even though, actually, that's really not a good idea. I suppose it's better to just eat according to the season. When it's summertime, in the winter, generally, I don't eat any fruits, and a tomato is a fruit. So when we eat the seeds, that's why sometimes you can eat fruits. If people have constipation, they'll eat fruits and they'll poop a lot. And it's designed to do that, so that we go and spread those seeds and plant more trees and plants, and keep we are like butterflies or bees for different plants. Okay, so now I have the pure, amazing, this is true tomato juice. You know, they put it in a can. Holy cow. Does not compare to like fresh, real, live, organic tomato juice from tomatoes that smell like tomatoes and taste like tomatoes. I'm going to pour this into the drink, but I just have to have a sip before. I mean, what could be more erotic than a sip of this sweet, vibrant, alive, just the right sweetness and just the right tartness juice that with my hands. Now, these tomatoes I did not grow. Oh, actually, one of these tomatoes in here I did grow. It's my heirloom tomato. And I'm going to now pour the juice into this drink. And as I continue to reveal what this drink is about, it will be shocking, because you're going to think, how could this possibly taste good? Because it sounds so gross. But keep an open mind. That's what I did. I was so convinced, like, no way can this possibly, you know, I was just gonna, this is gonna be like pure medicine. I'm just gonna do this because it's good for me. And it turns out, though. So I have tomatoes here, 2 cups of tomatoes. Now I'm going to put, well, let me go exactly the order of the recipe. Now I'm going to add a cup of raw milk. I know, you're like, tomatoes and raw milk, really? Altogether, this formula is going to come out to about a quart. So I have the raw milk in there. And now, so in the recipe, you can use any of, at least 2 of the following ingredients, so that they'll add up to 3 cups. And that would be either tomatoes, watermelon, cucumber, and raw milk. So I'm doing a cup of raw milk, 2 cups of tomatoes. And now you put in, this part of the formula always stays the same. 1 tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar. I know, right? Raw apple cider vinegar with milk. You're going, oh, how could that possibly be good? But it is. Now I'm going to put in you put in 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. And I already I've done this so many times that I already have a sense of how much 2 teaspoons is, and it will be literally this much of the lemon. I do follow Agenus's formula pretty close, as much as possible. And the ingredients, don't do this with pasteurized milk. There is no point. You're not getting any medicinal properties. Pasteurized milk is just heated carcinogenic fats. And everything in it is dead. And if you get normal pasteurized milk in a store, it is from vaccinated cows. Do you want that? If you do, that's okay. That's up to you. I don't. I don't think that's a great idea. And it's really hard to find cows that haven't been, shot up. And this is, I'm talking about organic grass-fed. You really got to search for this. And I'm sure you can find it. And it would be a great thing because you'll be supporting people who do farming and cattle raising in the true old-fashioned way, not gigantic farms, wherever you know the names of the cows. Like the place where I go get my raw milk here in North Carolina, the guy knows every one of his cows, and he's got maybe about 20, 25 cows, and I love going there. I love to see them, and they're just like a big family. They sit under this amazing big tree, and they're truly happy, relaxed cows, and they only eat grass. They don't eat any grains, and they do not receive any kind of injections. That's the way to go. So now I put in 2 teaspoons of lemon. Now I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of lime. And I put in 1 tablespoon of the raw apple cider vinegar. So I know that this is a very juicy lime, so this big half is going to be pretty much close to exactly 2 tablespoons. Because I've done this so many times, I trust my intuition. And I know you're probably thinking, there is no way this could be anything pleasant. But yesterday, I took this drink to the party that I went to, the girl soiree that I went to, and everyone who tasted it was like, why is this so delicious? And I can't even tell that it's really a tomato in there, but it's just refreshing and delicious. So, okay, I got that in there. Now, we're going to put in, the formula is that you put in two tablespoons of raw cream and 2 tablespoons of coconut cream. I don't have raw cream on me. I just have coconut cream, which I made a couple of days ago, which you have a formula for on my other videos, and I will put a link to it on this one. So I'm going to put in a little extra, so a little extra of the raw cream, the raw coconut cream, and then we will put in some raw honey. And with the watermelon, I find that I don't need to add any raw honey generally if the watermelon is sweet enough. But with the tomato, I'm going to put in a tablespoon of honey. And let's see. I'm going to blend basically the whole thing that's going to be in this drink. And after I do that, I will put in the 2 raw eggs, but I like to put them in at the very end so that I don't blend the crap out of them, because I really want to keep as much of the enzymes intact. So the more you blend the eggs, blending is a form of cooking. It's like pre-cooking. So it does change the structure of the food. And really, we should just eat those things separately if we could. but I am part of the modern world to some degree. All right, so I'm going to blend this. And, you know, you don't have to put the raw eggs in. Like if you're feeling like you don't need any extra protein and you're fine for the day, or you're just, let me just see how this is now. Crazy. So delicious, so hydrating. And look at this beautiful color. I mean, really. So now I will put in, and as you know, we always put the egg in one by one so we can make sure that there's nothing wrong with it. If we smell it, perfectly fine. Put that in. Now we do the other egg, another unvaccinated, beautiful egg with chickens that do not eat corn or soy, because if you eat the chicken that ate the corn and the soy, you might as well eat the corn and the soy. Most of it is GMO. Smells fine to me. Putting that in. And basically the drink is ready. Now I'm going to blend it really quickly just to not destroy the eggs too much. And it's done. So here we have a lovely hydrating morning, day, midday, evening, whatever drink. And it feels so luxurious. And if I had the cream, it would be even better. So this is the formula. And remember, keep everything raw and alive and vibrant. And yeah, so enjoy the drink. Ooh, deep satisfaction. And shockingly, vinegar and raw milk, I know, but it's so, so smooth and delicious. So I'll see you at my next video.